Right, today we're in the south of Joburg again with another stunning R9T built by Cytech motorcycles. And here to tell us more about the motorcycle and the build and etc. is Donovan Muller, boss man at Cytech Motorcycles.
Okay, so yeah, what happened is we had a client that contacted us. His name is Sergio, and he sent us a picture of one of the Rough Crafts bikes that were built overseas. It's quite a brutal looking street fighter style motorcycle, and he obviously approached us and said, I'm looking at something similar. He actually said he wanted an identical bike. I said, Sergio, unfortunately we use inspiration, but we build our own custom bikes according to your feel, your interpretation, and obviously guiding you in the right direction in terms of how we're going to make this bike completely unique to you. So what happens is we source some PVM wheels from Germany as well, and we brought those in. We blacked them out with some silver billet accents on the wheels, which you can see easier from the other side. We then took off the rear subframe, styled in a bobber seat, as well as building then a one-off custom brace to hold the single solo seat. We fitted some LED indicators at the back which incorporate taillight and stoplight. We went for a very minimalistic look on the back of the bike. We blacked out the swing arm and obviously the final drive. We fitted a billet turn spindle in the back of the wheel so that obviously we can fill up that big hole that normally those final drives have. We then got some CNC billet plugs for the framework as well. We then incorporated some trumpets that we then fitted onto the throttle bodies to give it this super clean look. Roland Sands tappet covers as well to obviously beef out and bulk up the bike in terms of look. One of custom design exhaust system from the guys at Van der Linde Exhaust Development, so we obviously like supporting our local guys as well. We then got custom creations to carbon fiber, and then we did a pop-up Monza tank cap as well. We then got the hold of the crowd in France called Le Motograph, where we imported a billeted top yoke with the motor gadget, digital speedo cluster as well. We then got a custom headlight with a stacked headlight combination, as well as Max Ink headlight CNC billet holders. Blacked out the front forks, blacked out the top and bottom yoke, integrated the billet alternator belt cover as well, incorporating the BMW logo. And then we had a look one day. We were traveling on the highway, and I see that BMW have now incorporated their 50th anniversary motorsport edition badges, which are only available on specific celebration model cars. We then managed to pull some strings and organize some of those badges just to finish off and celebrate the 50th anniversary motorsport edition of these motorcycles. So yeah, brutal looking motorcycle, completely different in terms of the minimalistic look of the bike, but a brutal beast of a machine.
Right, Don, thanks. That bike, I will tell you, the sound is beautiful through those trumpets. You say those are built by the Van der Linde Exhaust guys. Whereabouts are they based?
They are out based in Kyalami Sand, and you can obviously contact Etienne and he'll be able to design and manufacture any kind of exhaust system your heart desires.
Okay, and custom creations, where are they, mate?
So they're based out in Rudderpoort as well. Orion Nokia, he's a master at paintwork as well, and he does all of our restoration work in terms of customizing as well, and he's good at interpreting what I dream up in my head. So him and I work very well together, and the combination obviously speaks for itself.
But Don, you don't only do custom bikes. Tell us a little bit about what you do at Cytech Motorcycles.
So what we'll do is we're adventure motorcycle specialists. We kit out all the adventure motorcycles as well. We're importers of Wunderlich, Hepco, Becker, Corbin seats from America as well. So whatever your motorcycle desire or dream, and that's for all Honda Africa Twins, all the kind of adventure motorcycles. We can source accessories for you. We also stock a lot of crash bars, Bigfoots, headlight protectors, that kind of stuff. And then we specialize into classic restoration. So what we'll do is we'll focus on restoring your old BMWs back to brand new. I'd probably say even better than brand new, with obviously new technology of bearings and new kind of gaskets and that type of stuff that's available nowadays. We can build a complete old 1950s, 1960s BMW back to brand new. We're finding that there's a huge shift in the market now where guys are taking money and they're investing in these classic motorcycles. And we're seeing that monthly. These motorcycles are obviously climbing in value. We'll take them down, we'll sandblast them, we'll chrome them, we'll paint them. We're advised on what technique and obviously what's going to be the best way to restore this motorcycle so that you can obviously keep it for a lifetime, or otherwise the guys are investing in it and they're seeing if they can obviously then sell it overseas as well. So we're now building or restoring motorcycles at the standard of an international standard. So we're finding now that we're getting guys contacting us from overseas asking if they can send their bikes to us so that they can have them restored in South Africa, and then we can send them back. In terms of the demand for good classic motorcycles, our environment in South Africa is absolutely perfect for classic motorcycles as well. So they're finding brilliant condition donor bikes, and then we obviously restore them back to brand new. We have guys that are now putting them in their cigar lounges, in their man caves, and the guys don't have time to ride their classic bikes anymore. So what they're doing is they're rather enjoying polishing their bike, kicking, starting, riding around the estate because they don't want to go into the road, and they're just really enjoying their bike, sharing it with their family as well. We're finding there's a lot of women that are now appreciating classic bikes as well, and we're finding that as well families are now starting to share the passion that their dads and their sons have for these two-wheeled machines. So we specialize in BMWs. In terms of servicing and that, we'll only do BMW motorcycles, and then in terms of accessorizing the whole range of adventure motorcycles, but we try to stick to a specific brand, because what happens is we're finding now that it's become very difficult to source spares. We're finding that guys are not keeping spares. We keep a full range of spare parts, especially for the classic motorcycles, so that the turnaround time on these motorcycles is a lot less. If you had to import everything continuously, you'd have to fly in the spare parts, which would then become very expensive. So we've got tires that we keep in stock as well. So we've got a full tire fitment bay that we can then fit and install various types of tires, and then we also have electronic balancing in-house as well, which a lot of guys don't offer. The guys normally offer static balancing of wheels and that type of stuff. So we do electronic balancing of wheels. We'll check out your brake pads, advise you on any kind of additional stuff that you may need to be done on the motorcycle for your next service, or the guys just say, no, stick in a set of brake pads for us, what's my brake disc looking like, and if there's any other kind of stuff that we'd like to suggest that the guy then improves on his motorcycle while it's there.
Great stuff. Donovan, thank you for your time, and once again thank you for the beautiful motorcycle, and I look forward to doing the next one with you as well, coming filming the next one with you as well.
Absolutely, there's lots on the way.
And guys, you got an old BMW that you want restored, you want custom built bike like these cafe races or adventure bike that you want to kit out. Donovan's been up to from Cape Town all the way to Cairo on his adventure bike. I think you were the youngest guy guy ever to do it all the way from Cape to Cairo or something to that effect.
Correct. So I did Cape to Cairo and back.
And back again.
And back, yeah. So it took us 3.5 months. We went up, did 36 days up to Cairo, and then we came back down. We did into Rwanda, Uganda. We went to go see the mountain gorillas, and then we obviously wanted to go into the Congo River and then go down the Congo River. But sadly, the United Nations said, unfortunately, guys, you go that way, we're never going to see you again. So we had to get flown out of Goma, landed in Kinshasa, rode down the west coast all the way back down to Cape Town and made it home.
Do you run tours and breakfast runs and that kind of stuff?
So we do the occasional breakfast run, we do custom rides as well. So yeah, just check us out on Facebook. We normally post stuff, Instagram page as well. We're continuously posting stuff on our Instagram page as well. So on feeding on what bikes are being built, what we're busy with, if there's upcoming rides, if there's something on special. Yeah, so just give us a shout, give us a follow, check us out, you're welcome.
Lekker, Don. Thank you once again.